So just our combo kills in this deck are Blood Moon and Wurmcoil Engine. Those are our combo kills for this afternoon. Love to play first. Griffinson! Re-up into the big sub there. Thank you very much, but I appreciate it. Got your Pox deck in the donation queue. Last seen playing Eldrazi Tron. This game's not very good against Eldrazi Tron. Mulligan. Probably Mulligan regardless, because that land is tapped. Man, what if this is the Desolate Lighthouse that I cut for an island? That I cut an island for? I'm gonna keep this with a scry on the bottom of that. I'm sure we're never gonna draw an island and die, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Hey! Hey! Update Stream Decker. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking for here. MTG decks. Alright, here's hoping they're on Eldrazi Tron and this Blood Moon just ends them. Hopefully find another island here. With this opt, that's what we're looking for here, is another island or a fetch land. And bottom that. Okay. Alright, I'm not... Like, can't... They've done nothing. They probably have Tron, so let's just, like, cast this card and hope it works. That's a good draw. They drew Mind Stone for the turn. Alright, playing with Chandra. Sure. A way to kill this sitting on the table. I'm glad they didn't have Smasher there. If they had Smasher, they could punish the Chandra, but I think we're just supposed to jam. Yeah, I'm gonna play this island past the turn.
Dad, they're treating.
They're 2 away from getting all his Dust May. And Bringer. What's up, dude? Here you go. You want to opt here? Yeah, I could hit a Remand or a Mana Leak. That's actually decent, right? This is gonna let me kill the Mind Stone. Am I supposed to loot here with the Izzet Charm? I feel like I'm supposed to draw a card before I do that. I should plus Chandra first. Should I play the land so I could hit Wurmcoil? Yes, almost certainly. It's unfortunate. What is in my main deck that I could hit here that would make me want to loot? Nothing? It looks like nothing. I guess Serum Visions? Nah, I'm gonna pass. Chandra's plus can't deal damage to creatures. No, I think I want to just take them off of their colorless mana. I think that's a little bit better. I'm gonna wait to loot, because if I draw basic island, I can Cryptic bounce the Endbringer. It's a lightning bolt. Oh, I can just 2-for-1 this now, right? They're only 1 land off of all his dust, which is kind of scary. Alright, good draw. Turn opponent. I'm gonna hold that in case I draw a Snapcaster Mage for this Izzet Charm. Am I countering this? This does expose me to all his dust, but cycling through my stuff faster seems appealing. You drink your water from earlier, buddy? Here's your water right here, Jake. Here's your water. Do I want to counter this? I feel like I do. I feel like finding a 6-drop is pretty good here. And I don't think they play that many All His Dust, but like they're through a lot of cards, right? You can draw Wurmcoil. Wurmcoil's really good against All His Dust. So okay, map lets them get a basic waste here. Because I wanted to take them off of their source of colorless mana. And I value taking them off the source of colorless mana more than... I guess I get to keep the Chandra if I do it the other way. Yeah, Worm is bigger than the stuff that they play. 10 out of 10 bigger than the stuff that they play. So you can see Wurmcoil in action is great. There might have been upside to keeping the Chandra, but I really value taking them off their colorless mana there. Endbringer gets to deal with the Wurmcoil Engine. Bolt's actually a good draw here because it means that my opponent is dead to a Snapcaster Mage or another Lightning Bolt or an Electrolyze, so gives us a lot of live draws at this point. No reason to hold this many lands at this point. They get to use this to make me not attack or block off their Mind Stone. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Okay. Yep. Gonna be dead in like 3 here. A few live draws, some cantrips as redraws. Cryptic Command lets us win the game eventually too, because we can bounce the Endbringer. We get a lot of live ones for sure. Is it Walking Ballista? Puts the stud on board. Alright, one shot. Eldrazi Tron is very inconsistent. It lacks the selection that regular Tron decks have. Like, regular Tron gets to play a bunch of cantrips, and it gets to play a bunch of Ancient Stirrings and things like that. So, I think it's very, very reasonable. Whereas Eldrazi Tron is, like, kind of clunky and awkward. This is certainly a roast matchup. This is a Ceremonious Rejection, Disdainful Stroke matchup. Probably an Abrade matchup. Spell Snare is pretty terrible here. Where do I buy clothes? I have no idea. Wherever my wife gets them from. Manlik's probably fine here. I guess Lightning Bolt isn't particularly exciting. Probably just trim 2 of those. The Reach is kind of nice at the end, but I think the Mana Leaks is a little bit better. I never owned a pair of jeans before I got married. That's the truth. Never owned a pair of jeans before I got married. Now I mostly own jeans. Might want to consider explosives for Hanger Backwalker. Is that narrow? I feel like that's narrow. I feel like I like Mana Leak and Remand better than those. I have 3 copies of Abrade to kill Chalice. And like Chalice on 1 doesn't stop that many of my cards. But I think I would rather... Yeah, I like that Electrolyze cantrips. I don't think I really care about Chalice. I think if I cared about Chalice, I would want Engineered Explosives, but I don't think Chalice is a card that I actually care about. Entrancing Melody could be a card that might be a fun of to bring in. I definitely don't want 2 of them, but bringing in 1 might be fine. The text is different because of MTGO Online. It's not using Magic Online's awkward custom text. I don't think they're better than Bolts. Did you watch that last game? I feel like that last game, it doesn't screw up the rendering. It's just using a different font. It renders the text fine. It's just not using Magic's custom whatever font. They bring in a bunch of Hangerback Walker. That's funny. I'm gonna submit for now and see how it goes. I'm just gonna submit. I think I like how I boarded here. The long delay here makes me feel like my opponent's probably ghosting. No, I restart about as often. Restart about the same as often. I mean, when your deck has no selection in it, like, you have to rely on top decking, right? Like, your only selection is the draw step you get every turn. Any of my mods want to check the viewer list and see if there's a DM95 in it? It seems fine. It's got a roast in it. It's got a Serum Visions, hopefully dig to a Blood Moon. Memory leaks are platform. That's the truth. Memory leaks are platform independent. I'm just gonna bottom both of these. It's like looking for Blood Moons. I already drew another cantrip, so I guess I could opt plus Serum Visions next turn, so maybe I'm supposed to keep that opt. Alright, we're getting turn 3 Trond. Thankfully they're playing a bad Tron deck, so hopefully they don't have anything too scary to do with it next turn. It doesn't seem particularly good. Oh, look at that. We found a opt anyways. And again, I'm just going to bottom pretty aggressively here. Like looking for a Blood Moon. Just looking for a Blood Moon. As you will, opponent. As you will. That's fine. We get to play game 3 on the play. So if they have some, if they have a real Magic card here like Karn, we get to play game 3 on the play. If they have a crappy 4 or 5 mana card here, then we get to continue playing Magic. They have like a Walking Ballista, Endbringer, sure. Yeah, resolves. Again, just like bottoming aggressively anything that's not Blood Moon. Hey! You do not get to tear apart rolls of paper towels, child. Not okay. And I've bottomed a lot of cards at this point, so I really don't want to crack a fetch lands. Let's go ahead and get this broasted. See, and this is like a great example of why, like, Greentron is scarier, right? Like, if my opponent was playing Greentron, I'd have conceded to a Karn. Instead, they cast an Endbringer, and we continue playing Magic. Do you have a Smasher too? You have a Smasher too? Okay. Okay, that's kind of a quick clock. There's a Blood Moon. That's probably 1 turn too late, right? I guess... I think 9 next turn. That might be okay. I get to Snap Roast. I'm going down to 5, but then I get to Snap Roast and Chump Block the Thought-Knots here. If they have a Walking Ballista, we're gonna die, but if they don't have Walking Ballista, we might be in the clear. Sure. They do have Hanger Backwalker. Okay, interesting. That does make the Engineered Explosives more appealing. So we're gonna go ahead and Snapcaster Roast. And then I'm gonna not quite be dead on board, but we're getting close. Close to dead on board for sure. Need to kill this one. We'll discard this Lightning Bolt. Or Reality Smasher still bugged. Good to know. Good to know Reality Smasher still bugged. God bless. Could draw a Wurmcoil Engine and be in a good spot. Okay. Maybe it just gives you the option to pay for it now. You can still click past it, but it gives you the option. Entrancing Melody seems really appealing with Hanger Backwalker. I think I'm actually going to bring these in. What do I want to cut? Do I just want to cut the counter spells? I just want to cut some counter spells here. That seems good. Let's do that. Let's do that. This is the first match of this league. Going into game 3 here against Eldrazi Tron. It's fine. Fetch basic island, Serum Visions on 1. Yep, just aggressively bottoming things that aren't Blood Moon and basic islands here. Got a bunch of ops, so hopefully opt into... That's true, yeah, no shuffling is good. Opponent playing the inconsistent Tron deck and getting rewarded by having a bunch of maps on 1. Please don't have second Tron piece. Turn 3 Tron, 3 out of 3 games. It's really unfortunate for us. Hopefully they just have a shit card again. Would be ideal. Walking Ballista and Entrancing and Hanger Backwalker do count as 0. Bottoming non-islands, non-blood moons. Yeah, but Hanger Backwalker they can't blow up in response. But like blue kill target Hanger or kill target Walking Ballista is probably still just a fine Magic card to play. Willing to keep an island here, bottoming anything else that's not a Blood Moon. Keeping blue fetches, islands, and Blood Moons. Bottoming all other comers. Alright, can I get a Blood Moon? Survey says. Yep, all 3 games. Only won one of those games still, so... Abrade, you're a little bit late to the party. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the turn. Originally, I had more ops than Serum Visions Burgle because we had Torrential Gearhulks in the deck, and Torrential Gearhulk being able to flash back a cantrip came up on more than one occasion. But now that I no longer have Torrential Gearhulks in my deck, that might be incorrect. But I don't know, situations against aggressive decks often come up where, like, you pass with Snapcaster Bolt up, and then, like, they don't play into Snapcaster Bolt, so you get to, like, Snapcaster Op as a constellation prize. That feels pretty reasonable. There's the last one. Hey, look, they have a beatable card instead of an unbeatable Tron card. God bless. Get a 3 looks at a Blood Moon here. Probably losing the roast here, I assume. Yep. Pithing Needle. Fetch land in response. Probably gonna name Engineered Explosives here. But that's fine, I have an Abrade to kill this. Alright, I think I'm actually going to opt plus Abrade this turn. Bottom that. Oh, what a tilt. What a tilt. I guess I didn't want, if I like went in, found a Blood Moon there, I didn't want them to be able to take the Blood Moon with a Thought Knot, so I think I'm not supposed to cantrip in response. I've cut all of the Gear Hulks from this deck. There are currently 0 Gear Hulks in my deck. Am I supposed to Snapcaster Mage, block plus Abrade? I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to hold the Remand. These engineered explosives were bolts. I'd be able to kill one of these Thought Knot Seers, which would be nice. Pretty unfortunate for us. I think we're gonna lose here. Just didn't find Blood Moon soon enough. We had a lot of cantrips, and I think our keeps were fine. Oh, might be time for Moto's Dirt Nap. This change was real bad. These had been counter spells too, but they also would have been fine. It's fine. That's fine. Can't win all of them. The matchup's probably not too terrible for us. Played it once or twice before. Maybe it's not good. I think that makes me 1-2 against it overall. Well, I would just like to say all the way for the next match to pop. Welcome to everyone that's hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hogan. We're playing some Modern Magic the Gathering. We're going to finish this league up with Blue Moon. That was our first match there. Then we're going to play some 5-color Death Shadow, and we'll see where the rest of the evening takes us. If you're new and enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, up so that people find my content. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me make more of this awesome content, the absolute best way to do that is by subscribing on Twitch. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic online cards with you. If you use code HOGLANPayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck, and you can rent a deck with them for a weekend or up to an entire month. At any rate, our second match in this league, too, has popped. I think Fork Bolt is better than Electrolyze because of humans. No, if I thought Fork Bolt was better, I would play Fork Bolt. I think Electrolyze is good in a deck like this because it gives you a little bit of velocity. I think being quick speed is also important too because it comes up against Affinity. Yeah, 8 racks a fine donation deck. I like the Delirium builds of Shadow. The Shadow build we're gonna play. Oh god. Oh god, Lantern Control, why? Why Lantern Control? Yeah, the Batter Skulls were kind of unimpressive, so I'm trying other things. Yeah, Ad-Nauseum's a fine donation list. You're talking about like the stock-ish combo deck. This matchup is one of the reasons why I have Abrades in my deck. Sure. No, I only scoop to Lantern when we have a deck that has a really miserable matchup. I think this deck's matchup against Lantern's pretty fine. We have a lot of good tools between Chandra and Abrade and Snapcaster Mage to like play a reasonable game of Magic here. Chandra gives us ways to win the game outside of combat too, which is nice. So, no, I don't think we need to just scoop. Yep. Yeah, if we had to Thoughtseize for a touch here. Yeah, the biggest reason why this deck's obnoxious is because Mox Opal is an obnoxious card. Okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to play a fetch land there. Possible I'm not supposed to play a fetch land there. I'm gonna play Bridge here, Lantern, sure. So they have Bridge. I really don't want to draw a Wurmcoil, so I'm gonna fetch now. So again, having held these fetches is giving us extra information here. Are they worrying for something? Whir for 1. This is 10 out of 10 a Pithing Needle, right? That's fine, though. Could be a Graph Digger's Cage, I suppose, because I have Snapcaster Mage in my hand. I have 2 different fetch lands. If I have 2 of the same fetch lands, I'd fetch in response here, but like, if they want to Stone Rain me with a Pithing Needle while I have Chandra in my hand, I think that's fine. Pixis, sure. They're exiling my Wurmcoil Engine. That, seems loose. I mean, if they get Needle, I just get to snap Abrade, right? So that seems fine for me. Cryptic Command, that's definitely a card I want to draw. Good one. It's a little bit better than Mana Leak. Fetch a basic island here, so that way we can cast Cryptic while we have a Blood Moon out. Opt is very good in this matchup too, for what it's worth. The Torrential Gear Hulks were underperforming, so I've cut them. It's just the TLDR. Oh, Chandra gets rid of the Opt. Oh, huh. You know what? I should have added mana there. Although I guess I could be on the Burn Them Out plan at this point. I could be on the Burn Them Out plan between Chandra and these bolts and stuff. Doesn't seem reasonable. This Cryptic Command is going to keep them from getting a Pithing Needle. You have no idea why they exiled the Wurmcoil that I was going to shuffle away anyways. Unsure. This is kind of fun with Chandra. I get to know what's on top of my deck. Just want to again hold this Cryptic Command for anything that could potentially put a Pithing Needle into play. Deal. Don't care about Codex Shredder. Desolate Lighthouse, also very good in this matchup. That's fine. Ooh, Blood Moon. Ooh, Blood Moon. Found a piece of candy. Definitely want to draw that one. That being said, this Chandra's probably just going to kill them, right? So I could bolt them plus snap Abrade, kill this Ensnaring Bridge, which seems appealing. And I'm still going to have plenty of cards to cast post Chandra Emblem. Yeah, so I'm going to bolt them and then snap Abrade on this Ensnaring Bridge. I think they're going to be pretty dead to this Chandra since we can interact with this Pithing Needle. Like I said, someone said earlier, don't we always scoop to Lantern on this stream? Only when we're playing a deck with a really bad Lantern matchup. Don't suffer through a deck with a bad Lantern matchup playing against Lantern. This matchup's actually very hard for Lantern, I think. The Whir list is normal Lantern at this point. Normal Lantern is playing Whir at this point. Opponent is shuffling my deck. God bless. Lantern has evolved. Is that a good one? That feels like a good one. Yeah, sure, actually. I'd love to opt. I would love an Abrade. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. They have a Pithing Needle on top of their deck, so they're just gonna die to this Chandra ultimate. We Cryptic Command it. Get a third Abrade in my board. Cast this Cryptic Command that you know about. After your spell, draw a card. How do you think, opponent? Can you beat that one? I like how my opponent's still playing Magic. Like, why are we here? What are you doing? To what end are we still playing Magic, opponent? Good. God bless. Figured it out. Yeah, I think Abrade's very good in Modern. Alright, so Wurmcoil's pretty bad here. Engineered Explosives is pretty good. Rejection's pretty good. Dispel's actually pretty good now too. Abrade is excellent, and Negate is excellent. What am I cutting? What am I cutting? My Chandras are great. They're how I win the game. Is Blood Moon good enough is a question he asked himself. It turns off Academy runes in addition to making their wars hard to cast, so that has to be good, right? Am I just supposed to cut the bolts? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that what's coming out here? Maybe cut a mana leak, Remand draws a card, which is nice. Oh, Spell Snare's pretty terrible, right? Spell Snare's pretty terrible. Yeah, I think Dispel for their war is fine. This deck is making my parts feel funny. I think Flamecaller's fine. Flamecaller wheels. Depends on what the deck looks like, Nikki. Feel free to DM me and I'll message you back after the stream's done. No, Electrolyze draws a card, so I think it's fine. The bolts for reach are nice, but I don't know if they're better than... I haven't played the Madcap version of this deck, so I don't know. I know I don't like the Kiki Jiki version or the Breach version as much as this build. We did win game 1. I feel like... I'm gonna leave a couple bolts in. I don't want to draw a bunch of Remand. I'm gonna leave a couple bolts in just for the reach. Leave 2 bolts and a Remand. Split it. It's all the coward splits. All of the coward splits. Beep 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 doo, 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 doo. Good on, Jeff. Jedi Jeff. Welcome to everyone hanging out here today, battling some Modern. Played a Sultai mid-range in a league before this. We're gonna play this league with Bloom, and then we're gonna play some Death Shadow. This hand's great. All the hands with lands are great against the Thoughtseize deck, chat. All the hands with lands are great against the Thoughtseize deck. We were talking about that earlier in our GG, and I thought about that before I started this league, and I'm not sure that I like that necessarily. The upside of... What's the word I'm searching for? The upside of being able to snap opt while holding up snap something else feels reasonable to me. Correct. Opt is much better in this matchup than Serum Visions, and it's not particularly close. I feel like they're close in a lot of spots. I feel like there's a lot of spots where we're just like, both these things basically do the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take a mountain here. Maybe that's greedy, and I should just like, maybe that's not greedy enough, and I should just dig. We have this Desolate Lighthouse that they could probably never beat. Yeah, I should have bottomed that. You probably just loot it away with this lighthouse, cause it's a loot house. House. Look at that, the rest of their hand doesn't do anything. My health total doesn't matter. I'm just gonna. This is probably getting Steam Vent, but my health total doesn't matter. So like, let's just wait. Well, now it's getting Basic Island. So the problem with Search for Azcanta is that we turn off the flip side when we cast Blood Moon, and all of the matches where you want Search for Azcanta, you want Blood Moon. So I think I'd rather just like have my Blood Moons rather than have Search for Azcanta. At least that's like the TLDR and why I'm not playing Search for Azcanta in this deck. I think Search for Azcanta is very good in Modern, but that's why I'm not playing it in here. This Chandra, she's so pretty. She's a pretty lady. She's a pretty gal. You're my gal. Are they gonna like activate this Prixis this game? Is that like a thing that could happen? Oh baby! Oh baby! Who's oh man, I might need to run and change my pants real quick here. Might be a thing that needs to happen. Hot fire! These are my elementals, and my elementals are amazing. These are my elementals, and my elementals. Look at my pretty ladies. My gals going to work here. Just get them. Just get them. The old turn 5 Chandra Flamecaller. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. He's got a Chandra Flamecaller on the 5th turn of the game. And we drew the fucking lightning bolt to kill them. That's so unreal good. Yeah, get out of here, opponent. Got him. This is what Lantern deserves. Yep. Chandra Tribal. I mean, it's just like we drew it up, right? Play Chandra Torch on 4, play a 6-drop on 5. Just terribly unfair. Just terribly unfair. We lost the first round to Eldrazi, that is correct. I'd like to first. What a great Hearthstone hand. We're gonna mulligan because we need resources in Magic. You keep this. I get a scry. I'm on the play. I get 2 looks at a land. I also get 2 looks at cantrips for redraws. Just never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. I don't like the Breach version. I don't like the Kiki version. Have not played the Platinum Empyrean version. So, basic Swamp Duress. So we're playing as 8-rack. That's probably an unwinnable matchup, right? It's probably an unwinnable matchup. My gut says 8-rack is probably unwinnable. They took Spell Snare, though. Must have Smallpox. Took Spell Snare, must have Smallpox. Fetch Steam Vent and Izzet Charm, their turn 2 play. The Wurmcoil in our hand is actually good because they play that stupid card Wrench Mind where you have to discard 2 cards or discard an artifact. Gifted Aetherborn. Could still be 8-rack, I guess. Why would Wrench Mind be bad? It's a 1-for-1. I'm gonna go ahead and remand this. Hopefully hit a land drop here. Okay, it's good. Not playing this Blood Moon. We're gonna hold that to discard. Mono Black Devotion, maybe budget discard spells. Yep. Doesn't have another land. I'm gonna loot with this as a charm. Really just want to draw some lands. gonna hit Cryptic Command next turn. I think I can afford to not care about this card. I think I can afford to not care about this card. I want to keep my Wurmcoil. That might be greedy, but like, they probably can't beat Wurmcoil Engine. Probably can't beat Wurmcoil Engine. What if I told you your spell wasn't resolving and I was drawing a card? Yeah, we'll draw something to kill us at some point. I think Wurmcoil is more important. Like, Wurmcoil leaves bodies behind too. Look at that. Just a goddamn professional. Don't play more discard. Like a Cryptic Command, land, Snapcaster Mage, all of these are okay things. Yeah. Yeah, drew a land. Alright, sweet. Sweet. Ip cheerio, mate. Get to snap a Remand. Get to bolt this. Snap a Remand on whatever they cast. Untap, play Wurmcoil Engine. Don't really know what our opponent's doing so far. So I'm going to snap Remand this just so I have the best chance of drawing a land here. Because I really just want to put my Wurmcoil into play next turn to like get it out of range of discard spells. Gosh, just the smartest, thinnest magic streamer. Opponent has 48 Aetherboards in their deck. This is just like we drew it up, eh, chat? Just like we drew it up. Hey, this is a competitive league, Prototype. This is a competitive league. The Sultai deck is already uploading to YouTube. Started with that today. I'm gonna hold on to this in case we draw a Desolate Lighthouse. Get my Abrade on. Tapping 6 lands for Wurmcoil, right? God, they are Ungifted Aetherborn Tribal. Gosh. Just kept the land in case we draw the Lighthouse. Immediately draw the Lighthouse. House. I think of Wandering Fumara. I think we're playing Blood Moon, so I don't want creature lands in my deck. Do I offer this trade? Hey, Lunatics. Brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. Thanks for sending your Amazon fund money this way this month. Do I want to offer, do I want to let them eat this? I feel like I want to just attack with both of these. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with just the worm. Have you heard about my worm? I said a worm. What worm's the word? I said a worm. You want some pretzels? Can you get your bowl? Your bowl's right there, Jacob. There you go. Fulminator Mage. But I like my Loot House opponent. Interesting card. He should be pretty dead at this point, right? We got Mana Leak plus Cryptic. It's okay, Lunatics. I forget my Prime sub all the time. The channel that I use it on. Yep. So we're on a 9, which is kind of awkward because it means they're going to be not dead next turn. No, we're not crypting our Loot House. No, you can't set it to auto-renew. I'd like to counter your spell and draw a card. Actually, just playing Mono Black Devotion. I split my Twitch Prime between Gabriel Nassif and Holy Shamgar. Hey, Life SSBM, the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. Welcome back. I think I've seen yours before. Oh, I could have just bounced my Snapcaster. I'm a professional and we drew another Snapcaster Mage, so that's fine. We could have guaranteed head lethal there. The actual answer is that, like, all roads led to Rome. Like, we could have closed my eyes and chosen game actions at random and killed my opponent here, but it's fine. It's cool. We got there. Alright, what do we want to do? Knew it was there, didn't need to bounce. I mean, when you're whitelisted, why do you gotta make good plays, you know? The real question. Is Anger of the Gods good here? All of the creatures they played died Anger of the Gods, so I feel like it's probably okay. I'm gonna cut my Chandra. Oh, we're gonna cut the Blood Moons, right? Just like cut the crap out of these Blood Moons. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? This seems okay. Anger's bet. We got Entrancing Melody for the Obliterators. Engineered Explosives kills all 40 of the Gifted Aether board. Hey, unban Twin. God bless. Please unban Twin, Watsy. If you're out there, please do it. We need Twin in the format. Give us Twin, give us Birthing Pod, give us Stoneforge Mystic. Let the people reign free. I once grape-shotted an Obliterator. I think Electrolyze is wonderful. Did you know Electrolyze draws a card, chat? You don't think... Oh, you know what? Logic Knot's probably worse than Mana Leak. I don't know, they're marginal. Pretty marginal. Either way... How high up are we on the Twitch section here? Number 3. Hey, Delados 411 with the support. Thank you. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. I'm glad you've been enjoying the content for a while now. The explosives for Pack Rat. I think we can just counter that, right? Or kill it. BB is an uncommon. You don't need to invest in them. I don't think swords will jump too much, right? You only need like one of them. You don't need multiple copies. Here's the other dirty little secret. Stoneforge Mystic, it won't be that good in Modern, so it won't stay expensive. It'll spike. Don't buy into the spike. If they unban Stoneforge Mystic, don't buy into the spike. Because it's not going to be that good. Someone quote me on that later. Stoneforge Mystic will definitely spike. It'll be competitive, but it won't be oppressive. Yes, that's exactly correct. Sell during the peak and rebuy later. Killed my Chandra, but I love my Chandra opponent. Yeah, Twin will probably spike too. That one will probably be more competitive than Stoneforge Mystic though, so it's like, you take or leave it. I'm gonna play these fetch lands out as opposed to leaning on the Steam Vents here because I would like to play around a Fulminator Mage, but I guess they Fulminator Mage me, I really don't care, right? Phyrexian Arena. Can I beat that card? Is that card beatable? I don't know if that card's beatable. Please don't Cabal Therapy me, opponent. Dear opponent, please don't Cabal Therapy me. This means that I'm going to have more mana leaks in my deck when I'm on the play. They play Phyrexian Obliterator here. We're gonna mostly just roll over and die. Vampire Nighthawk. Don't give two shits about that one. Relic, sure. Fetch a Steam Vents here and bolt this. Maybe I should have... I'm 2 points lower than I need to be. I probably should have just played the Steam Vents last turn. Oh, sure. Chandra is one of our best ways to keep up with. Fuck is that? Okay. Okay. Oh, I could have opted into something here. See a mana leak or a remand and pitch myself off the building. Yeah, I'm gonna top that. That's definitely in for that one. Oh, so I think we're gonna take a hit from this and then end step Cryptic it back to their hand. We can hold up Logic Knot, because our Logic Knot, the value on what our Logic Knot can do is getting less and less the longer this Relic sits in play. So ideally, I want to get to Logic Knot something this turn. We're going to go 12 here. They don't give us something to... Anger of the God seems like it's less good than what I was thinking it was going to be. Not really sure what the opponent's doing, so our boarding was mostly guesswork. Like a Chandra here would be great. A lot of pretty bad draws, too. Like, normally our good cards like Snapcaster Mage just don't do anything here. Alright, well that makes Snapcaster Mage alive again later, so that's nice. It's nice of you, opponent. I appreciate that. It doesn't matter if their card quality is not particularly high, because this Phyrexian Arena is just going to get us. Vampire Hexmage resolves. Oh, it kills Planeswalkers. I guess that's cute. It's like, what is that doing? I think these Phyrexian Arenas are my win condition this game. Which might be a bold statement to make, but I think my win condition is these Phyrexian Arenas. Probably not. I don't accept donations I don't think I can do well with. I mean, their deck has a bunch of discard and spot removal, and it's probably not terrible. I just get to anger this one so they can't void it with the other thing. It would actually, like, almost certainly have fetch lands in it to make their delve creature better, right? You can read my opinion on things I would ban and unban in Modern on gatheringmagic.com. I had an article go up there not long ago. Leaving my Chandra in my hand for a turn, potentially exposing it to a discard spell feels kind of bad here. So maybe I'm just supposed to play her plus Abrade that Nighthawk. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to play her plus Abrade that Nighthawk. Gifted Aetherborn, don't care about this one. Ratchet Bomb, also don't care about that one. So... Chandra kills Soul Flare cleanly, which is nice. So I get to go ahead and... Oh, I should have just Logic Knotted that probably, right? I should have just Logic Knotted that. That was a mistake. Destroy this artifact, I think, so they can't kill my Chandra. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this. And then hopefully we draw an untapped land here so we can go Chandra plus Anger. Perfect. Shoot you. My Chandra could have gone up there if I would have waited. They have 6 cards in their hand still because of these Phyrexian arenas. So long logic dot, my old friend. This Chandra does get to dome them for 2 here, which is nice. Or potentially find removal. Wurmcoils and Wurmcoils and big Chandras would be good here. That's a Grey Merchant. Yep, they are playing Grey Merchant deck. Okay. They're gonna board differently for the 3rd game for sure here. Well, I mean, that technically means we're not dead, right? Probably gonna be dead to another Grey Merchant out of their hand next turn, but technically not dead yet. Lightning Bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 mana, so yeah, might as well get that 1 extra point out of here. And not have Anger of the Gods in my deck on the play. We are 1-1 currently. There's the Phyrexian Obliterator. Distant Melody. Cryptic Command, okay. Distant Melody. Distant Melody. Lightning Bolt. Yep, target you. I mean, everyone always thinks there's a better version of whatever tier 4 deck we're playing with or against, right? Just like the story of Twitch chat. If they brick on Grey Merchant for a little bit here, we might have a chance. Why are there Smasher triggers lagging on my screen? Is it time for Magic Online's Daily Dirt Nap? It might be time for Magic Online's Daily Dirt Nap. We played like 8 matches. Ram check. Oh yeah, almost 2 gigs. Almost certainly time for Magic Online's Daily Dirt Nap. Look at my sponsors page while I log in here for a second. Yeah, the Fractals background wasn't 1440, so I had to cut it because we're streaming in 1440 now. Yep, that's not background as Aces though. I still like that one. It's very pretty in my opinion. All right, are we back? We're back. If we dodge Grey Merchant, or if they play it before combat, we could be okay here. Opponent's deck is a fucking hoot. Alright, Remand and Mana Leaks in. Cut these Anger of the Gods. I'm glad they showed us that card when we were super dead anyways. It's a good piece of information to Snake. Let's do it. We are in fact mid-meme. This is why control decks again, like we're hoping to play against a specific metagame. Wouldn't be surprised if Mono Black Devotion's not a good matchup. Don't necessarily have a ton of good tools. They've got a bunch of discard to punch through our stuff. So, you know, is what it is. I mean, most people that write me off as a salt mine either just disagree with me or like aren't actually listening to the things I'm saying. It's possible to give critiques on things you dislike and like not be upset about it. It's just like it's okay. It's okay to not like something, and it's okay for someone to like something that I don't like. That's allowed, I promise. Yep. Fetch this bottom here. It's Sulfur Falls pass. Yeah, I don't care about that one. So you have to go snap, opt, untap, kill this. Which feels a little bit bad if they have Phyrexian, whatever it's called. But like outside of that, we do have turn 5 Wurmcoil set up. You're not wrong. I think I'm in the market for that. Like, we're tapping out the next 2 turns, but after that, the Remand's probably gonna be okay. Maybe I'm supposed to bottom that. Just because. The Chandras have been very good. The Batter Skulls were not impressive, and the Chandra have been very good. These Torch of Defiance have done everything I want. And she's gonna die to Hex Mage, though. That's fine. It was a 2-for-1. Just good, clean 2-for-1 here. You get to Remand / Electrolyze / Loot House next turn. And then untap and Wurmcoil. Chandra Flame Sculptor. That's a good name for her. I think I'm just going to fetch an Electrolyze here. Electrolyze doesn't kill too many other things. It's mostly in our deck because it's burning at cantrips. Hopefully this Loot House is going to get to punch in some work if we keep flooding. Fetch another land here. Just get all these thinned out of our deck as quick as possible. Attack with the Snapcaster Mage. Obliterator and Wurmcoil are just going to kind of look at each other awkwardly, but we do have 2 copies of Distant Melody to draw to that'll get the what's it called off the table, which is nice. I definitely just want to take this opportunity to like pay my 6 and dump this into play. No, I think the blue Electron deck was pretty terrible. I don't think I'd play that again. I'd entertain the idea of playing mono Bluetron, I think, but like the mana base was just really too terrible, and that other deck did not be worth the payoff. Wow, really? We chose to Soul Flayer this turn as opposed to playing the other one out? I guess it has lifelink. Yes, it has lifelink. Serum Visions here. Let's see what we find. Ops and Remands. I mean, Remands, while I have a Wurmcoil out, sound great. I'm gonna go and attack with this. Need to re-up my ban immunity. Why, Frag? With the 2-month subscription. Thanks a lot, bud. I appreciate it. Oh, it has Death Touch, too. Oh, it's First Strike Death Touch. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I know how Magic works. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I've played Magic before. It's cool. They just get an extra turn. It's fine. It's fine, chat. It's cool. That's why they did that instead of playing the other one. Got it? Got it. Hogland's played Magic before. Played this game before. Definitely no way that was a mistake. It's fine. Our deck's great. I'm medium, but our deck is great, so it's fine. Ooh, and we drew an Entrancing Melody? Oh, baby. Oh, baby, we drew Mind Control? It's just like a regular F&M matchup, right? Just like the person playing Blue Moon punts to the person playing 20 Swamps in their deck. Stop it. Yay! Alright, it sounds like Declan's awake. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab him really quick. And then don't go anywhere. We're gonna finish this league and then we're gonna play at least one more. Just ring it out, folks. Definitely need diaper change. You're correct. Yeah, it's 2-1 in his league. We beat Mono Black Devotion. Oh, you want mommy? Mommy will be home soon, I promise, okay? Really? You want some monkey snacks? This build feels pretty good. I like all the changes that we have so far. The Chandras have been A+. Honestly, a third Torch Defiance might be better than Flamecaller even. I think it's potentially true. Can you join, please? Alright, there we go. Only about Mono Mom Devotion. On the play here, Sneeper. Double opt. No fear. No fear. I think we're fetching Basic Island with this. Another Steam Vent stack, so Blood Moon's probably not good. No, boats aren't legal in this format. They banned those. It's been a while since boats were legal. Ding, fries are done. Bum 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 bam 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 ding 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 beep 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 beep. I might mana leak a cantrip here. Definitely mana leaking a search. Search for Azcanta, you say. Get another Basic Island here. Hopefully we rip a... Maybe I'm supposed to remand that so that way I could slam Blood Moon. Maybe I'm supposed to remand that so I could have a higher chance to slam Blood Moon and cut them off with blue mana. Yeah, I think that's the case. I think that's what I was supposed to have done there. Because I don't really care if they replay it and they don't have blue currently. It's also possible I should have fetched a red source with one of these. Oh, they're playing Teamer. Okay, so maybe this Blood Moon is going to be good? That'd be great if this Blood Moon was going to be good. Oh, they're playing Scape Shift. Sweet. They're playing Scape Shift. Alright, so we get, what, 3 looks? There's a red source right there. Yes, another opt. This is technically a red source, right? Because I'm about to play Blood Moon. Also a red source. Maybe I should have bottomed the land, just assuming we'd get there. Alright, your move, opponent. Have you ever played D&D? If so, what race and class? I played a lot of druids and rogues. I played a lot of 3-5 during undergrad. Have not played D&D in a long time though. We used to play a ton of 3-5 back in undergrad. It could be Bring to Light Scapes, or else could just be straight Teamer Scape Shift. Heard you like mountains, opponent. I would love to cast this opt. Thank you. Just super tilted about not bottoming this Desolate Lighthouse now. This might be the same person from the earlier league. Opponent has conceded the game. Alright, so bolts and Abrades out. Flamecaller out. Dispel, Negate, Stroke in. Might have to keep some of these bolts, probably. Do I want to leave a Flamecaller in? No, I'm going to leave 2 bolts in because they make my Snapcaster Mages better early. There's no more red water. There's been a shortage on red water. You want some pretzels? Can you get... Where's your bowl? Pretzels in your bowl? Board in, surgical. That's the real MVP right there. No surgicals in the deck, board in, surgical. This hand doesn't really do anything. It hits land drops, but it does nothing. I don't think I want to mulligan to Blood Moon aggressively in this matchup. Opponent didn't play around Blood Moon that last game, but usually their deck has a lot of credence to play around Blood Moon. Red water is Kool-Aid. The red water drought, yep. Declan's been hitting the red water a little hard lately. We gotta cut him off. Drinking the Hogland Kool-Aid. Would love a negate. Sign me up. And a mana leak. It's everything I want out of life. They get to have this come off. They get to have Search for Tomorrow as well. God, these white bordered 7th edition basics. What a savage. I love this negate. I tweeted this picture the other night. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So they need 2 more lands to kill us. I went top bottom there. Hopefully they don't try and kill us for 2 more turns, because ideally I would like to have negate plus mana leak up the turn they go for it. Went top bottom there again. Loot house is great because now, and Remand's a good draw as well. Now if they don't go for it, we get to start looting and sculpt our hand a little bit here. Hopefully hit all of our land drops and set ourselves up to win the counter fight. They do need another green. So they're not going for it this turn, so that's good. Hopefully they don't go for it for 2 more turns now, so that way we can set up a 3 counterspell turn, or we loot into our Dispel. I'd like to spin a Wurmcoil for now. Ideally, oh, we're also, our health total is above 18 here, right? So like they need an 8th land to kill us. Yeah, our hand's okay. Like we might just like not have enough to do on an important turn though, is the problem. All right, sweet. So I get to snap I think I just want to snap an opt here. Just get some pressure onto the table here, ideally. They might have an Electrolyze or something like that here. Go, some monkey snacks. Remand here is kind of annoying, but it's like not the end of the world because Remand's going to be good in a counterfight. I would love a 4th 2-mana counterspell. Not going to cast the Serum Visions here because I want to hold up 3 2-mana counterspells. One of the things that does suck about not having Torrential Gearhulk in our deck is it does make it harder to close in games like this because I really don't want to tap out for this Wurmcoil Engine anytime soon. So hopefully they're light on removal post boards since we're our control deck. Search for Azcanta. I think I have to fight over that. I'm pretty sure I can't let that one resolve. They only have 3 cards in their hand, so they're going to need 2 counterspells here. So they're negating my negate. I'm going to remand my negate. We could die here. We do die to Escape Shift here. Just, I'm aware that we died to Escape Shift, but I'm pretty sure we die to this Azcanta in the long run too. So I'm choosing to put myself dead to Escape Shift here, which might be a mistake. I just feel like the matches like this where I really need the Gearhulk are few and far between. So, please don't kill me. Dear opponent, please don't kill me. And like, if we don't die here, we're in a nut spot, right? We've got like a bunch of counterspells again. They're fighting again. Okay. All right. Well, we're not dead, so that's good. Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon. Not a Blood Moon. That's sad. I guess I can fetch and then Serum Visions into a Blood Moon. Yes, I can. All right. Do I want Snapcaster and land? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. Yeah, I think I want an 8th land, right? No, I don't want an 8th land that's not blue. I'm gonna bottom that, top this. So this turns off Search for Azcanta, which is nice. Maybe I'm just supposed to go bottom there, actually. Although the second Snapcaster is, like, nice for applying a clock. It's not necessarily GG. Definitely have. We're definitely still going to play a game. No, I don't think so. Again, like, Blood Moon turns off all of her own things, and I think Desolate Lighthouse is the absolute best utility land that we can play, and I already only have 2 of those. I think this land is just far better than most of the other ones. I have another Snapcaster Mage on top of my deck, so I'm just going to let that resolve. I'm going to Snapcaster Serum Visions here, because it lets me hold up Negate and Stroke still, and I can kind of dig deeper a touch. Yeah, this is just top, right? They're probably gonna draw the opt next turn. No, that's probably wrong. Oh, I could opt and then snap opt. Yeah, that's great, actually. That's great. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. Probably not. you haven't seen it put up a result in Modern, it's probably not competitive. Yeah, right? Like, this is just, like, everything I want to be doing in Modern, right? Just, like, these ferret or active blue mirrors or gas. And, like, opponent has a combo that we need to respect, but, like, we have tools that they have to respect, too. So there's a lot of back and forth play. Both sides get to make a lot of decisions every single game. Feeling pretty good behind our wall of counterspells, though. Feeling like probably got a leg up here. They chose not to put a card in their bin. Okay. I think I can snap to op safely here. Although it does leave me only one counterspell up, so maybe that's not good enough. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna go to my turn. I'm gonna attack with this. I don't want to leave up one counterspell. It does take a turn off the clock playing it sooner. No, it doesn't actually, right? Do I want to slam this other Blood Moon? Probably. Probably. They probably have like Nature's Claims and stuff as their way to remove this. I don't think they have anything like Maelstrom Pulse or Destroy All Enchantments out of their deck. That's pretty unlikely. Snapcaster Mage. Target a Negate here almost certainly. I have an Izzet Charm to kill this, which is nice. Oh, and I just get to... if I snap Remand, they can get me on their untap, right? So I do just need to negate this. Do I even need to negate this? I don't care, right? I guess it's like another thing they have to get through, so it gives me the ability to tap out better. Yeah, this lets me tap out easier. Dispel. Okay. Okay. The last two cards were Snapcaster Dispel. That's pretty good. Been to Remand, sure. They have no cards in hand, that is true. I'm gonna snap an opt here at end step. Hopefully they didn't draw exactly Electrolyze. Mana Leak is not live at this point in the game. That guy. Yep, been another cards. They've just got two randoms in their hand. It's pretty good for us. Pretty good for us. All right, these are my counter spells, opponent. Your move. Your move, Yogi boy. Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the Breach or Kiki variations of this deck. I'd rather just play. Just play higher card qualities on average, and like have Wurmcoils as my bombs. You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. All right, well, we're 3-1. We dropped the first match to Eldrazi Tron. If you didn't see that, you haven't been going. We've been streaming this deck for the last hour and a half. We've been streaming Modern for the last 3 hours. Good time to plug my YouTube channel. If you missed any of today's stream, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. You can catch all of my replays on there. So, because we don't stream with stolen music, you can always find everything there. Break them all up by deck and by matchup so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. We started with the Sultai deck. We actually just uploaded that. So, Batterskull is better against exactly Path to Exile. Wurmcoil is much better against the black-based removal in the format. So Wurmcoil is much worse against Jeskai than Batterskull, but like we have Chandras to mess up Jeskai. So I think Wurmcoil is the threat that you want. It's really good against the green-black X decks. Let's go ahead and play this. It actually looks like this is gonna have to be my last match of the day. I'll just run late on Thursday, I think. Christy got stuck late at work, and I don't want to stream a whole bunch while both the kids are awake. They're gonna get angsty here in a little bit, and they'll be loud, so we're gonna wrap up after this league, and then we'll kick off with some other stuff later this week. I think we're gonna play some Magic tomorrow morning. Let's play the Blink 182. No, I don't think so. I think Chandra Torture Defiance is much better. The acceleration is relevant. She closes the game faster. Her ultimate is more threatening. Torture Defiance is a much better Magic card in general. So I'm planning to stream some Magic in the mornings later this week, so I'll probably be live tomorrow morning with the league as well. I can't stream tomorrow afternoon because I teach on Wednesdays this semester, but I'll be live Thursday and Friday afternoon. We do long streams on Friday as well. So I'll probably do a long stream on Thursday also, assuming. Can I keep this against an unknown in Modern? If my opponent plays a Celestial Colonnade on one, I'm like super excited, right? Why am I teaching this semester? Because I agreed to it last semester. The subscriber base on the channel only recently spiked high enough that I could justify doing just this full time. So I think if the subscriber count stays about what it is, this is gonna be my last semester teaching at the college, but we will. No, teaching is very bad money, actually. I mostly teach because I enjoy doing it. But I also enjoy streaming, and like streaming makes far more money than teaching, and streaming doesn't make that much money. So, especially adjuncting, like adjuncting is not good money. I teach math at I have a master's degree in mathematics, so I teach math at one of the local community colleges. This semester, I'm not teaching anything particularly interesting, mostly remedial level stuff. This matchup, so people that aren't super familiar with Modern will look at our deck and see we have Blood Moon and think that we have a good Tron matchup, but our traditional Tron matchup, if our opponent is playing green-based Tron deck, is actually very bad. If our opponent's playing Eldrazi Tron, our Eldrazi Tron matchup is pretty reasonable, but our traditional Tron matchup is very difficult. Our hand's okay here. The Remand was a good addition to the Logic Knot. Like, maybe we can counterspell them into a Blood Moon, and then eventually hit a Blood Moon to, like, lock them out. Oh. You hear Jacob getting rowdy in the background. Normally, Christy's home from work by now, but she's been working on projects that have been keeping her late. Alright, give me a card to Remand. Yep. So, I guess I just Logic Knot this actually, right? I just don't want this to resolve. I don't have any mana floating. They could potentially have another Tron piece next turn, so I just want to force spike this. My wife is a business analyst for a major insurance company. Right, Snapcaster Mage is a good draw. You need more water?
I'm empty.
Your water's empty? Tough beat. Tough beat. His water's empty, chat.
The roach water.
All the waters are empty. Yeah, Dad's gonna go fill yours back up.
We were big with the roach. Big. 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 The roach is big. 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 Big.
There you go. There's your water. All right. Yep. Sorry, results. What you got? You have a card that we know about. Oh, yeah. That one's totally reasonable and beatable, chat. We need a Blood Moon right now. Or we need them to not have another Tron piece. One of the two. Abrade, that's exactly like a... It's exactly like a Blood Moon, right? Yeah, I think Cloud Post is much worse in Modern than Tron is. I actually talked about that in my ban list article on Gathering Magic. So Cloud Post is much better at making like 15 mana. What a tilt. Maybe they don't have a land and they're just gonna jam the... Maybe they don't have a land and they're gonna jam the Karn. No, this is not an artifact and it's indestructible. Nah, just gonna move on with our lives. Alright, what are we doing? Got a rejection, some negates, a disdainful stroke. Reed's pretty bad, Chandra's pretty bad, Magic Knot's fine. A couple of bolts are bad. I don't think I want any of those cards. Bring in some counter spells, hope for the best. Yeah, maybe. Lutron's a deck that wants to derp and go a little bit bigger. I actually really like graph theory. My master's project was writing some Python code that did some graph analysis. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, you're catching us right at the end today, Apprentice. I actually have to end a touch. Christy got caught late at work, so I need to be done after this league. I'm gonna be on in the morning tomorrow, though. Make up some of the hours. My goal is to do 25 to 30 hours of Magic a week. Since y'all are great. The Sultai League will be published on YouTube as soon as I finish this league and sign off. This league will be live on YouTube probably about a half hour. Takes YouTube a touch longer to process them since they're in 1440. Do Python. What's a Maya script? I love Python. Python's great. Most of the open source stuff I do is in Python. Write any code for fun? Yeah, mostly Linux-based things. Written a couple Magic tools too. A couple of things that tie in with the Hex API. You want to see the types of things I poke at? Most of them are listed on my website. You want pick? I mean, this is about as good as our hands get, right? We've got a Blood Moon. The 5-color shadow list. I have an NVIDIA 1060 and an i7 processor. I actually know what the model is in the i7 offhand. What is it? It's a 4790. The processor's beefy in my system because I wanted to I do some stuff with virtual machines for work, for open source stuff, work. Yeah, I'm just like totally in the market for both of these things, right? Stop top here. I'm just gonna leave Mana Leak down this turn. I'm in the market for a third island. I feel like I need to bottom that. I'm gonna keep the Negate just to counterspell. I'm gonna be sad when I rip into Cryptic Command after I Blood Moon, but we've got a bunch of islands in our deck, so... Explore, that's cute. Yeah, I'm actually planning to go to SCG Indy next month if the weather permits. Should the weather be reasonable? The weather is like Midwest in February is like hit or miss on whether or not the weather's reasonable to get anywhere by car at least. Nah, Christy said she's okay with it. It's mostly if the weather permits. Hey, look at that. Drew another land. Drew another Island. I think Matt and I are planning to go to the team open in Cincinnati at the end of March as well. The weather should be pretty reasonable at the end of March, hopefully. Although with how the weather's been this year, who knows? Sylvan Scrying, sure. Wife secretly controls the weather. With who else? We don't have a third yet. I don't know who we want our third to be. Yeah, Indy is modern. So I think I might actually play this deck or the Sultai deck. I'm not sure. Both these decks have felt reasonable. It's like win more than we lose with them. Snapcaster Mage is a great draw because it gives us a clock. Remand is also a good draw. Probably have a chance here. Choose your teammate by auctioning it off. You got mini force? Okay. Mini force. The Indy Open is modern. Rigging 3D characters. Interesting. Do I want to remand this? I probably don't care. I think I just want to snap Electrolyze here. That's annoying. I have to negate that. I guess I can just snap Electrolyze in response. I get punished if they... Oh, you know what? I can target the Electrolyze and then not do anything with it. And this way, if they play Oblivion Stone, I counter the Oblivion Stone. And if they try and pop this, I just Electrolyze them in response. It's like Oblivion Stone is the card we don't want to resolve here for 3 mana, because it would take our Blood Moon off the table. I'm gonna be greedy and take my card here. If they Oblivion Stone us, they Oblivion Stone us. Hopefully on the back of all of these we can like race them and counter them, but don't know stone me. Good deal. Got a little bit lucky, got a little bit greedy, and then ran a little bit hot. Like to bottom another opt, so I already have another one in my hand. Cryptic Command. Hey, Equinix! The 4-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. As always, subs are the best way you can show support for my content here. We appreciate that. Welcome back. Explore. I'm gonna just remand that. It's like dig to more Snapcaster Mages here, basically. Sure. Get to opt plus bolt here. Sure. They have 5, 6, 7, 8 lands right now. They're just gonna like cast Nulamog through Blood Moon. The weather here has been kind of crazy. We had a high of 58 yesterday and then it snowed this morning. Logic not. Nope, don't need more counter spells at this point. Just need lightning bolts and Snapcaster Mages for lightning bolts. It's not. The opponent's probably playing Mono Green Tron, which is pretty common to have a bunch of basics in. Putting them to 9. Do I just want to jam this Wurmcoil Engine? No, they could play a 7-drop. Yeah, that's probably bad for me. Okay. So they have 6/9 mana, so if they don't cast a spell here that we need to counter, we're probably going to go Cryptic Command, bounce one of your lands, draw a card. Counter target spell. Return, so counter you, bounce you. I guess I could have just mana leaked that. I guess I could have mana leaked that. And drawn an extra card there. Alright, I think I just can't play around a bomb here and I just have to play my own Wurmcoil to put them dead. If they just go land, they have a second land in hand, they get to Nulamog me in 2 turns and I just can't beat that, so... Oh my god, that's a beating. Alright. Yep. Alright. Let's call it a day. Finish 3-2. This deck's tough. It's like never getting a free win is a hard sell in Modern. I guess you could argue we get some free wins off of blood mooning people out of the game, but I don't know. It feels like I have to really work for every win. Like, this deck's fun to play, and I enjoy the games of Magic that it generates, but, like, again, I just have a bunch of lopsided matchups. I feel like this deck probably has a harder Tron matchup than the Sultai deck does, but it also has a better Valakut matchup. So, like, the Valakut matchup's pretty hard for Sultai, but Valakut is pretty weak to Blood Moons plus counterspells, so... have a ban. Yeah. And just one little rant there before we end there. So I banned that person because they didn't read the message that you have to click to when you come into the channel. If you want to give feedback on a card or something that we're playing, you need to say something like, Wurmcoil seems bad because tapping out in this deck isn't something you want to do. It would be better as... If you want to post feedback, it needs to be constructive feedback. If you're not posting constructive feedback, you're just posting noise, and posting noise is obnoxious. There's 500 people here, and if everyone just posted noise, it wouldn't be a very useful chat. I want the chat to be useful and engaging so people can have discussions with me about decks that we're improving. I'll articulate myself and say I think Wurmcoil is very good in this deck against a lot of the fair decks that this deck typically has a hard time with. Having Wurmcoil Engine in this deck is very good against decks like Death Shadow, and it's good against Tarmogoyf decks as well. Yeah, for random noise, we have the children in the background. We don't need it in the chat, too. I agree that Wurmcoil in this deck isn't good against decks like Tron. It isn't good against decks like Scapeshift, but it's good against matches that are closer matches, and they really give you an edge in matches like that against decks like those. So I'm a fan of the Wurmcoil Engine in this deck overall. Chandra, Torch of Defiance, really felt like it overperformed today. This card was very good. I would definitely play her again in the future. We didn't really have any matches where Chandra Flamecaller was very good, so I think I would want to play her again if we were playing another league, just to get a feel for, is this card good? Is it having an impact in places we want it? What would an As Foretold enable? Yes, did someone say As Foretold? I don't understand what As Foretold is doing, where I would want it. No, I don't. So, prototype in session, Torrential Gearhulk was really terrible against the Jund and the Grixis decks. The Jund and the Grixis decks just killed the Torrential Gearhulk, or the Death Shadow. The Death Shadow deck has... But, like, really, this is a card that's very good against Death Shadow. They have to Thoughtseize it. They can't Stubborn Denial it. Their large Death Shadows can't attack through it. It can attack into their large Death Shadows. Just like, you need this card against Death Shadow and Tarmogoyf decks. That's where I want this card. That's what this card is doing. It's a bomb that's good against those style of decks. The free wins in the Kiki deck are really slow and clunky. When I talk about a modern deck Jacob, inside voice, buddy. When I talk about getting free wins in Modern, I mean turn 3 and turn 4 combo kills. I don't mean playing a 5-mana 2/2 that gets interrupted with by Lightning Bolt. So the Kiki deck's just like, you have to play these kind of anemic 3-drops along with this really clunky 5-drop that doesn't really do anything when you don't have your good 3-drop. I think every deck in Modern has some number of matches that are largely unwinnable. That's just a fact of how the format works. Just like, if I choose... Jacob, you need to stop yelling, buddy. You need to stop yelling. No matter what deck you're picking in Modern, if you think your Modern deck doesn't have any bad or close to unwinnable matchups, you haven't tested enough, or maybe you've broken the format, and you should definitely go to the Pro Tour. But like, that's what it is. I mean, again, Vendilion Click and Wurmcoil are good against different things. Vendilion Click is very good against matches like Tron, I agree. Wurmcoil Engine is much better against the fair decks that are playing removal, and the fair decks that are playing removal is what I want that Wurmcoil slot to do. And again, that's just like how the matchup variance goes. Like, I've chosen to play this card that's good against X things, and when we played against Y things, it looks very mediocre. Because it is mediocre, because that's not the matches that it's been in our deck for. I think Academy Runes is really awful. I think the matches where you want Academy Runes, Desolate Lighthouse is also good, while Desolate Lighthouse is also great in matches where your artifacts aren't good. I think Loot House is the best colorless utility land. That's why I'm playing 2 of them. All right, the kids are super wound up now. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This is why I'm not gonna play a 3rd league tonight. I'll be live again tomorrow morning about 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Peace, folks, and I'll catch all of y'all later.